Did you know that there is a specific tool that you can use to completely heal your life and your twin flame union in particular? That tool is called the mirror exercise. If you've been following along, you know that I talk about the mirror exercise a lot because it is absolutely integral to healing your twin flame union and healing your own inner consciousness. That is what it means to heal your twin flame union. My name is Anna. I'm a certified twin flame ascension coach with Twin Flames Universe. Before we go deeper into all about the mirror exercise, how to do it, go like and subscribe so that you continue to see this content that is going to help support you into your own twin flame union and beyond. The mirror exercise. It is a very simple tool, and it's also a very effective tool that you can use to heal your consciousness and to come into union with your twin flame. I know so many people who have used it effectively, myself included. It really does work, and you can simply try it on for yourself to find out that it really does work. There are 4 steps to the mirror exercise, 4 very simple steps, and it only takes a couple of minutes, sometimes even less time, sometimes more time, but usually a couple minutes to complete a healing with the mirror exercise. Let's go through the 4 steps, one at a time, and I will help guide you so that you can apply it for yourself. Before we start going through and learning the steps of the mirror exercise, it's really important to, when you are doing the mirror exercise, give yourself a quiet space to do your healing in so that you can really deeply and clearly feel your feelings about whatever the upset is that's coming up. The other thing that you need to be doing, especially as you are mastering the mirror exercise, you need to be writing down all 4 steps of the mirror exercise. Writing down the mirror exercise can really help you get more clear about the upset, and the more clear you are about the upset, the more deeply you can love yourself and completely love yourself wherever you are upset. As you become more mastered, and the time that takes to become mastered at the mirror exercise, it varies. But I will say that even after over 5 years of doing that mirror exercise on a very regular daily basis, multiple times a day, I still sometimes write down my mirror exercises, especially if I'm feeling stuck about a particular upset. So it really helps you to get clear. Okay, step 1 of the mirror exercise. Say you are upset with your twin flame. Now, it doesn't have to be your twin flame. It could be an upset with anybody, but many of you are wanting to learn about twin flames on my channel, so this is the example we're using. Okay, so you're upset with your twin flame because your twin flame is not communicating with you. And maybe they are simply not communicating with you on the level that you desire. Maybe you're receiving some communication, but there's something that still doesn't feel good about it. Maybe they're not communicating with you at all. You're going to heal this within yourself. So I feel upset that my twin flame is not communicating with me. Step 2, you're going to change all of the nouns to pronouns. So they're going to point back at yourself. It would sound like, I feel upset with myself because I am not communicating with myself. In step 3, you're going to get clear about where this part of you is, what it feels like, and why you're feeling this way. So you're going to feel into that upset part of yourself. Where is this true? It has to be true because you are experiencing it. And you cannot experience anything in your reality unless it is already within yourself. Your reality is only a mirror to your own inner consciousness. So, yes, it is true. And maybe you are not communicating with yourself in the sense that you're not listening to your own feelings. Maybe you are numbing your feelings out. Maybe you are you're not communicating with yourself in a loving manner. This part of you that is feeling upset that you're not communicating with yourself. Now you're going to ask it in step 4 what it needs to feel loved in this place. Now this is a very important step. This is where you actually heal the upset in step 4. So ask this part of you what they need to feel loved. Maybe they just desire your presence. Maybe they desire to be heard. Maybe they desire to be understood, and they just desire to be with you. You're going to drop into your heart space, and throughout all 4 steps, by the way, it's really helpful to just be in your heart space the whole time, which often requires you to close your eyes so that you can be more focused into your heart space. So you might be closing your eyes during these 4 steps, and you're feeling into your heart space right here. And you can feel the energy of your heart very, very well whenever you do this. And so therefore you can feel your feelings really well. You're going to give yourself that feeling of having perfect, divine, loving communication with yourself in this place where you have felt that communication is not so good. And this is where you are healing. You're giving yourself that experience because you're giving yourself the feeling of having that communication that you desire. And so as you love this part of yourself, it automatically heals this part of you. If you come to a point where you feel like you've given yourself a lot of love in this place, but you're not feeling fully peaceful yet, then you need more love. So you can just give yourself more love, more love. It is never a waste of time to love yourself where you're feeling upset. This is the most valuable and important thing that you can be doing right now, is to love yourself. There is nothing that is more of a priority. As you continue to give yourself love in this place, and it can help to visualize meeting this part of you that's feeling upset, and as you're asking this part of you that what they need to feel loved, that you're kind of having a conversation with this inner part of yourself. And you can visualize during step 4 giving yourself a hug and just holding yourself, and that helps to elicit that loving feeling. You're going to love yourself completely. And at the end of step 4, you want to make sure that you integrate the healing that you have done here. And so you can just choose in your heart to ground into and integrate this healing. And that is the 4 steps of the mirror exercise. Real quickly. Step 1, you're going to identify the upset with the other person. Step 2, you're going to change the nouns to pronouns. You're going to point it back towards yourself. Step 3, you're asking yourself if this is true, if you are somewhere doing this to yourself. The answer is always yes, and so here's where you get clear about where it is true. Once you're clear about where the upset is true within yourself, then you're going to ask this part of you what they need to feel loved in step 4, and then you're going to love yourself completely in that place through all of that upset. And you will notice as you love yourself, the upset will melt away and you'll start feeling lighter, and you'll begin to have more clarity about whatever situation is, causing you to be upset. And eventually, as you heal through all of the layers of an upset, you will notice that your experience of it shifts in your reality. And you will either stop being bothered by having this experience, or the experience will completely stop. But the point is that you now have peace in this place. that your consciousness is healed in this place that was once upset. And sometimes an upset requires a lot of different layers of healing. And so maybe sometimes you might feel as though you're healing the same thing over and over and over again. And that's not really true. What you're doing is you are healing deeper and deeper layers of the same upset. And you may even notice that what you thought was the upset as you go deeper was actually something very different from what you thought it was. And this is why it's important to simply follow your feeling in this place rather than attaching to what you think the upset is. Just following your feelings is really the way to go deep and to heal deeply using the mirror exercise. I think this is going to be so helpful for you guys. If you really choose to implement the mirror exercise, I would suggest doing it for about 30 minutes every day, writing it down. Anything you can do, any time you can devote to it though, you are going to feel a difference in your life. You're going to notice a difference. But 30 minutes is a really good goal. And you're starting by writing it down every time you do it. And eventually, as you write it down, you will become mastered enough that you don't have to write it down. You can just do it throughout your day. Something comes up, you're at work, somebody is upsetting you, maybe it's a coworker, and you can do the steps of the mirror exercise in your heart and in your mind, just without writing it down at all. This tool is not only for twin flames, as I've briefly mentioned before. This tool is for everybody. It doesn't matter if you're trying to get into your twin flame union or not. This is an excellent tool to begin healing your consciousness and shifting how you experience your reality. It's going to heal your life if you choose to do it honestly and sincerely. And honestly means that you are choosing to feel your feelings, that you're not numbing out, that you're being honest about what you are feeling, how you are feeling, and then you're healing in that place. But you really do have to be honest with yourself because, if you're not being honest, you can't really get clear on the upset so that you can heal it. If you're interested in coaching with me, I would really love to support you on your twin flame journey. You can email me. You can find that in the description box of this video. I look forward to seeing you guys all again next time. Bye.